Welcome to the Depth Dive, the show where we really get into the weeds on big, complex topics and try to pull out the absolute essentials you need. Now, if you're studying for your ATPL theory exams, you really know the mountain of information you're facing. It can feel, well, overwhelming. Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something absolutely core to flying: aircraft stability and control. It's not just theory points, it's fundamental to how a plane actually behaves. Our mission here is pretty specific. It's for you, listening right now, prepping for those exams. We want to help you cut through the complexity of aircraft stability. We're focusing on the key bits, the practical stuff you'll need, but also, aiming for that deeper understanding beyond just memorizing facts. We've gone through a whole stack of expert articles, research papers, flight manuals, all that good stuff, and boiled it down to the most critical insights. No fluff, just the core knowledge with the context you need.
That's absolutely right. You're gearing up for the ATPLs and getting a real handle on how an aircraft wants to behave. Its inherent tendencies, well, it's fundamental. It's about understanding the physics underneath it all. Not just what it does when, say, a gust hits it, but why it reacts like that, and importantly, how that feels to the pilot. What's fascinating here is how these seemingly abstract ideas like static and dynamic stability directly translate into the feel of the aircraft.
Yeah.
Why designers make certain choices, how it impacts safety, workload, even fuel burn. So we'll be digging into those two main types, static and dynamic stability, and see how they work together, how they define the aircraft's personality, really.
Right. So to properly unpack stability, let's start at the beginning. What is this thing? Aircraft stability. Fundamentally, it's the aircraft's built-in tendency to return to a steady state of flight, like straight and level, without the pilot doing anything after it's undisturbed. Think about sudden gust, turbulence, maybe even a control input you made and then let go of. A stable aircraft, it just naturally wants to settle back down to where it was trimmed.
Exactly. And why does that matter so much? Why is it essential?
Well, imagine trying to fly, say, a big airliner for hours through bumpy air. If it didn't have that tendency, you'd be fighting it constantly. Every tiny nudge would need an immediate correction. It'd be exhausting, right?
Absolutely. It's not just about comfort. It's basic operational safety. An inherently stable aircraft reduces that workload massively. It lets the crew focus on the bigger picture, navigation, systems, weather, instead of constantly wrestling the controls.
Yeah, it ensures the plane can recover from bumps, responds predictably, flies efficiently, and doesn't overstress itself or the crew.
Okay, so to really get this, we need to split stability into two kinds: static and dynamic. Static stability is the first thing that happens. The initial tendency right after the disturbance stops. Like, what does it want to do in that first split second?
Like a snapshot of its immediate reaction.
Precisely. Let's use some analogies.
Hmm.
First, positive static stability. This is the good stuff. If the aircraft gets nudged, its very first inclination is to start heading back towards where it was. Think of a ball at the bottom of a bowl. Push it up the side, let go, and it immediately starts rolling back down, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's desirable because the aircraft wants to return to its trim speed, its trimmed attitude, its self-correcting. Makes it predictable, safer.
Got it. So that's positive. What else?
Then there's neutral static stability.
Yeah.
Here, after the disturbance, the aircraft shows, well, no tendency either way. It doesn't try to go back, but it doesn't try to move further away either. It's like a ball on a perfectly flat table. Push it, it rolls, you stop pushing, it just stays there.
So it just accepts the new position.
Exactly. It'll just hold whatever new attitude or speed it got pushed into. This is generally not acceptable for regular aircraft because it lacks that self-correcting nature. It's basically the dividing line between stable and unstable.
And the third one must be negative then.
Right? Negative static stability, or static instability. This is where it gets dangerous. The aircraft actually tends to continue moving away from its original state after the disturbance. Think of that ball balanced right on top of a hill. The tiniest nudge sends it rolling faster and faster away.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, highly undesirable. An aircraft like this can't even be trimmed properly. It needs constant active correction just to stay level. It's like balancing a broom.
All right. Many thanks for listening to this free part of the ATPL Theory podcast. If you want to continue learning and access the full comprehensive guide, go to my Patreon at patreon.com/ATPLtheory or my Hero at herohero.co/ATPL. That is patreon.com/ATPLtheory or herohero.co/ATPL. Wishing you all the best.